Welcome one more time to another episode of Emotions Navigating Life. Today we have a special guest from the one of the countries that I love the most, that I enjoy the most, and I respect the most. From the country of Mexico, Alexis Villafuerte is in the
Woo!
house. Welcome, Alex. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming over. And Alexis is somebody that, as me, is an immigrant that came to Canada many years ago. And for those things of life, we met by coincidence in one of our favorite places in town, that is the beach. I brought him here without telling him that the meaning of coming here is to go back at the time that we met up. Alex doesn't even know exactly what I'm gonna say. Let's see if he remember.
I'm worried about it. Should
I
I
was at the
concern?
beach. I was at the beach with a couple of friends. I was coming looking for a spot because the beach was absolutely full. Was coming with a friend that I know. His name is Daniel Navarro. Hi, Daniel. And he asked me, "Can we be here?" Because the beach was full, was packed. That was like probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and we become friends ever since. So that's the reason I really insist in taking you to the beach for that reason. And I didn't explain you why, but that's the reason that we are here now. To go back on time and remember the first day that we met. And we become a very, very good friends. So welcome. And
Thank you.
the questions that I'm gonna ask you are questions that you ask to somebody that you know that you connect in a very deep level about how you share your feelings with the world. And I want people who follows you or people that don't know you or doesn't know you who really you are, because beside whatever you see in social media, he looks awesome. He's way more awesome than what you see. That's the reason we're friends.
Well, you just on one side of me. You haven't seen the worst of me.
I have
I
seen
have
it.
my worst, but don't
I've
worry about
seen
it. You're
it.
not gonna. No, you saw a
A
little
little
bit.
bit, a
You
little
saw a little
taste.
bit, but I
Just
mean,
a little taste.
I'm human, and I think we gotta go through a lot of stuff. So, okay, what's the first question? You already asked one.
No, I haven't
Okay.
yet. So, first of all, tell the people that are watching this interview, who are you? Who is Alexis Villafuerte?
Who am I?
Yep.
Oh well, I still trying to discover who I am, but definitely I have some kind of roots and values that I always follow since I was a kid. But I think Alexis is a kind of it's a person, it's someone who is always trying to be a kid. And I just remember that when I was way younger, when I was a kid, and I was telling my mom um, that I was very very afraid to become an adult, you know, but an adult because the problems that I saw in adults, they were like a little bit of more like a violence all the time. Not only my surroundings. I'm talking about like all the time. Like I don't want to become an adult because I love being a kid. And I think since I've been growing, I have never changed. People don't actually change at all. But I'm someone who really enjoy being a kid in my heart. I'm always trying to make fun of myself in a good way, and always try to make fun of myself, fun of my friends also,
Yeah, I know.
but in a good way. Always keeping the respect. I love that word, respect, and I thought that's who I am. I'm a person that I am always um, evolving and learning a lot from life, good, bad, but at the same time humble. I consider
Yeah, it's
myself a
true.
very humble person.
It's completely true.
Zero arrogance, zero like arrogance. I don't know.
Zero
Sometimes it becomes
attitude.
zero attitude. So I want people to know who I am, and since I always said that I didn't want to grow up and I be the kid that I am, so I've been always like that, like a little kid, that I only see what like people as kids, you know. I mean, the adult part that I don't really want to like, that I don't really enjoy, is just paying taxes, paying bills, all the
Yeah.
stuff. But that's something when you grow up. But that doesn't mean that I have to stop being who I am when I was a kid, so I'm still the same kid.
You have a kid. You're a grown man with a kid's heart.
Yeah? With a little bit more cholesterol though, but the same.
It's true. It's true. We have a little bit of that extra, all of us. So great, good answer.
Good answer? Did I pass?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You passed the test. You have only 27 left. So, can you tell us the reasons why you decide to left to leave Mexico? And when you left, what was the first thought that came into your mind? Because we all immigrants had that, and we never forget that moment when you went in the airplane. And what do you thought at that moment? The reasons why you moved here, and the first thought that came into your mind when you were on the plane.
Well, there was no one reason specifically why I came to Canada. I've never dreamed to come to Canada, but it was an opportunity for me. An opportunity of growing, changing, moving. I am the kind of person who does not like to be only in one side, in one spot. I'm always moving around, and that's even emotionally, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But many years ago, I was 24. I finished my degree. My degree is I studied business administration. I have a master in human resources. When I
Master in
human resources, and then when I had the opportunity, I used to work for a company in Mexico City, moving from my hometown, which is a very small town, growing up in Jalapa, Veracruz, Mexico. I moved to Mexico City in 2005, which was in that time the busiest and the most populated city in the world.
yeah.
And then I did not like my job. I decided to move to Mexico City for opportunities and, you know, see what's next. And then the same thing happened. Somebody invited me to come to Canada because I quit my job. I didn't like it, and then I was like,
As
what?
a visitor.
As a visitor. I've never planned to come to Canada for that long, but I came here as a visitor, as just to see how it is going to
For
be.
how long?
It was supposed to be a month and 15 days,
And
45 days, and it
okay.
turned into 20 years.
20 years.
Damn,
20
that's a lot of time.
years. Damn.
But there was no like specific thing. I would say after going through a little bit of therapy and stuff, yeah, probably could be from running away from something, which I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask me that question in the future. But let's not.
I don't even know.
But but basically, no, I did not have any reason. So I just decided to come to Canada. Somebody invited me. Things did not go the
You
way.
decided to stay when you were already here, like as many people.
No, I have never planned where I've been or where I am right now. I have never planned it.
So you came here for a visitor, like as a visitor for a couple of months, and you just stay.
Well, if you want me to tell the exact story, I need a bottle of tequila right now.
No. We need to go to the second part of the question. When you were in the airplane, you were coming for a visitor.
I came
You're
for a
coming
visitor.
as a visitor.
I came as a visitor because a friend of mine invited me.
As a visitor, yeah.
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. No reason. I have no plan whatsoever, and I came to this country as zero. No planning to stay here. No English. No nothing. My only status that I had in here, it was a visitor visa.
Okay, perfect. So you took the plane.
That's
and
all
you,
I needed to say, right?
Exactly. You took the plane and you was coming for a visit. It's not like a hard feelings leaving anybody because you were
No.
coming for a visit. Yeah. I got it. So because at that time you had never been here, what you were expecting about to see in Canada?
My expectations. What would be the first thing that I was like the first thing to
Exactly.
see
Like which
in Canada?
season you came here? You came here in the
I
winter.
came in September.
Okay.
I remember everything very well. I came September the 9th, 2005.
Okay.
That's when I arrived to
But you were
Toronto.
more excited about to see.
I was more excited about to get out, to see something new. I already knew how Mexico is. I already knew how my hometown is with my family, with friends and everything. And I was just looking forward to see what's new, what's different. And no, not expectation to see a big city because I was in a bigger city, Mexico City, for a year and a half, for 1 year.
Hmm.
Um, but most likely was to see, I guess, the city.
You were that was your first time going out the country?
Yeah,
Ah, okay. You were absolutely excited to
yeah, I
see
had never been
anything.
before out of Mexico, before
Yeah,
Canada.
I understand. Absolutely understand. You were excited to be out and see the world.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
North
okay,
America at least.
perfect. And what you will tell people that different than you, that you came here, like, as a visitor, you arrive here, you like it here, you stay. But out there are people that right now are packing luggage to move. Right now, out there are people right now at this very moment are people that are in the middle of I should move. I should go to Canada. I should go to the States. I should go to England. I should go to Spain. I should go to Colombia. Out there are people that are trying to see the world, but specifically talking about Canada because it's your experience, right? What you will tell them about coming or not to Canada, or coming for what reason, or telling them a piece of advice from you.
Well, a piece of advice from my experience, because as I mentioned, I came to Canada for the reason of just to see what's next, you know. But there is people that are coming here with expectations of either making money, they don't feel safe in Mexico or whatever. I get a lot of questions that in my social media, and I always answer them. Like, you have to be specific. You need specifically know why you're coming to Canada. Why do you want to come to Toronto, especially because it's, I mean, the biggest city and the economy goes in this city. But wow, I will always say, because it's not the same thing moving to Canada in 2025 and 2005. I mean 24. What year is this? This is the
25.
25.
You're 1 year behind.
Damn. Uh, so I would say, why do you want to come to Canada? Number one. Number two, lower your expectations, or basically have like your expectations closer to your reality,
Yeah.
because things are never the way that you expect. Never in this planet. If we haven't learned anything in the pandemic, so this is the time to learn. So expect less, so the country will give you what it has to give you. Times, time is only a perfection thing. Everything that life is going to give you in the exact time that you need. So pushing to go to Canada, and if it doesn't work, for whatever reason it is, you only have to let the time decide, and obviously be open to any other opportunities. Because a lot of people that are coming here with the idea of, like, I'm going to Canada, I'm going to make money, and I'm going to be there, and I want to become the prime minister.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Be realistic. Come to Canada, and you'll see all the things that they're going to have. So would I recommend to come to Canada? Yes, but also, as I mentioned, I came here as a single person. I did not have a partner or a wife or kids or anything. So if you're coming to explore the city and explore who you are, explore like for the adventure of getting to know yourself better, come. Don't hesitate. And I'm not even saying Canada. Just leave your comfort zone, leave your house, leave your the place that you were born, because that once you are out, that's when exactly you're gonna start living and figure things out in your life. Did I say it
True.
well?
Well said. Wise words. I will say exactly the same. Um, can you
Oh,
tell us if we?
oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
And also, a lot of people think that you're gonna come here to make money. This is not the country to make money. This is the country to look for a lifestyle. And things are more expensive. And comparing Mexico and Canada, um, The inflation is really high, prices are in here super high, but I am talking about 2025. In 2005, things were way different. So sometimes leaving your country doesn't mean that it's the best,
Yep.
but it's more about your comfort zone.
Yep. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Um, you can come here and you can save money, but at the same time, you have to lower your lifestyle and things that you like doing there here are more expensive. So in order to save money, you need to cut some fun stuff that you do it there and you take for granted. Here is more expensive. Coming to the beach, going to a restaurant. Some people here can save money, but
Yeah.
ask them what they do on the weekends.
But also has to do with, like as I mentioned, the what is the reason why you're leaving your country? Because yeah, Canada is a little bit safer than Mexico, but that doesn't mean that things don't happen here.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are coming because I say that they want a better quality life for their kids, for their families. They want to better job opportunities, everything you will find in this country. But it should be a little bit. There is some sacrifices that you have to do
Totally.
because it's not easy being an immigrant. It's not easy starting from zero.
It's not.
It's not easy not having the language. It's not easy not having a status and work under the table and all those things. And it's not easy leaving your lovings, leaving your people, your family, your friends, and anything could happen over there while you're here. So it's one of the others.
Yep. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. It was difficult for you to adapt Alexis Villafuerte from Mexico to the Alexis Villafuerte living in Toronto. I'm gonna be a little bit more in general with this question. The way that you behave in your country, the way that you behave when you are outdoors with your friends, with your family, when you come here, you have to just hold back a lot of stuff, right? Because we are Latinos and we are very expressive and we are very outgoing. It was difficult for you to, or you at some point you restrained that Alexis from Mexico, or you have been the same person here, or you had not found any restrictions for to be yourself here.
No, I actually the most challenging thing for me for this to adapt in this country, it would be probably English because, as I mentioned, it was really hard for me to be myself and not being able to express who I am, what I need, what I want, and I think that was just the language. But no, I have never changed who I am. I'm still talking to my friends in Mexico, and the way that I talk to my friends and that I respect and love my friends when I was in Mexico, there's exactly the same here in Canada. So I have not changed at all, and I think that was one of the features that make me have an adapt faster, better, but also see different opportunities.
Beautiful.
Because there was no way you're changing only a country, but you don't have to change who you are. Definitely, you cannot come from Mexico or whatever your country you're coming from, thinking Mexican being in Canada. No, you are Mexican, perfect, but you cannot be Mexican in this country because the way that we are is completely different. It's a multicultural city. Sometimes you can be in an elevator for 15, 20, 30 floors with one person and you cannot even cross that word, but it's a cultural thing. But there was a time that I was trying to change that. I'm like, okay, am I doing something wrong? So I have to change who I am. I have to, no. Then I decide like I'm gonna say hi to whoever I have in front of in front of me. When I come to the elevator and the door opens, I do exactly the same what I was in Mexico.
Yep.
Hello, good morning. You don't like my good mornings? I don't
Exactly.
care.
Even if they don't answer back.
Even if they don't answer back, I don't have to change. And that doesn't mean that I am stop being Mexican in Canada, but there is other things that I have to adapt. Mexico, sometimes we bend the rules sometimes, you know?
Exactly, what I'm
And
referring
you
to.
can't do that in here. You probably can, but I'm not telling you to do it.
No,
No, but in the same thing, I have never been someone who break the rules. If I go to a
you're a good
place,
guy.
if I go to a
Are
place
you?
and they tell me, I still think so. If I go to a place and they tell me you don't drink from here, 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 and there, well, why would I just break the rule? Unless if I am very drunk and I would do stupid things. But no, like you're coming to wherever you go. We say that in Spanish, a la tierra que fueres, haz lo que vieres.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean that you gotta change the person that who you are. And I think that opened a lot of opportunities for me because I'm still the same, Alexis.
Nice, nice, nice. Good answer. Have you felt discrimination in Canada? But I want you to really think about it because it's 20 years, right? And probably if a little thing happened in the past you forgot, just want you to deep in your thoughts and remember if you had one day at some point somebody discriminated you because you're Latino or because your accent or because anything at work, in a party, in a park, at the subway station, just think about
No,
it,
you know what? I'm probably gonna say this, but not in a cocky way.
okay?
But I've been very lucky that maybe because of my personality or the fact that I'm very transparent with people. I've never had any discrimination because of my language, because of my accent, because of the way I look or anything. And I've seen discrimination in others. I hate it. I hate discrimination on so many
Yeah,
different
it's
things.
terrible.
I mean, as a gay person, I came out when I was in
Are you gay?
Mexico. Yeah, Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday, I'm probably borracho and I don't remember. But but when I came out, I felt a little bit of discrimination, but in the country that I was. But also that discrimination was my own discrimination. I was discriminated myself. Then when I accept myself as a gay person in Mexico, I did not care about anything else, only what I think. As I mentioned, always respecting other people's opinion. I don't have to love them, but I have to respect them. And no, never had any discrimination in
Good
here.
for you.
And I never take it that personal. Whoever is whoever discriminates others, we're talking about, you know, intelligence, common sense, values, morals, and that's the people that I just walk away from. I don't have time to argue. I don't have
No,
time to fight back. It's just like negativity, boom, go that way. I don't care. I have too much to give in terms of love that just fighting against discrimination or any other kind of hate.
beautiful, beautiful answer. Um, which aspects of the Canadian culture are the ones that you like the most besides your culture? Things that you see here that they are not there. I'm gonna give you an example. I love here, but people have the ability to say I'm sorry. Even if it sounds like a very cliche and all the time, if you do something wrong or you don't open the door for somebody or if you just kick somebody in a party, people here have the ability to say sorry. In Colombia, where I am from, it's a little bit of a challenge. People don't apologize a lot. Here, people are more polite. That's one of the cultural things from Canada that I like. It's as an example for you. So, what do you think?
Well, it also depends on the perspective on how my life has been. But when I came here, I was just surprised, like how people actually say sorry for everything. I don't think that wasn't bad. And at the beginning, I thought that in Canada, a lot of people they have like they're lacking of social skills. But I don't think it's the social skills. We need to understand that Canada it's a huge country. I've been living only in Toronto. So I cannot generalize that whatever happened to me in Toronto, it's going to happen in all over
In
the country.
Alberta or
But
Manitoba?
yeah, the fact that Toronto is a very multicultural city, there's a lot of people that come in with insecurities, like the same insecurities that I had, which is trying to have a conversation with someone when I don't have the language, you know. So of course my social skills were like lowering, like because I was not able to say anything. But that's what I'm saying. The social skills in Toronto, in Canada, might be a little bit a little bit limited. But I also made sure that it won't happen to me because I still go for the same thing. I am who I am, and I'm always saying good morning, good afternoon, good night to whoever is in front of me,
Yeah,
and if they don't like it.
but listen. You haven't answered the question. The question is, what do you like from Canadian culture? What do you like?
I like the politeness.
Okay, like
They're,
as me.
they are very, very polite on everything. Um, there is people that help you, that they actually do help you, and they could be worried about what you need. You know, things are changing, but I
They are.
think
They truly are. They are very polite.
the politeness in Mexico, I mean, in Canada, in Toronto, it's very unique. I think.
Totally, totally. And people learn. When people arrive to Canada, they learn. Probably in the hard way, when somebody open the Tim Hortons door for you, and you just go through, and people scream you, "You're welcome,"
Yeah,
right?
but it's as a best. It is. It's as I said, because the fact that it's a multicultural city, not everybody has that. But like
Exactly.
Canadian, we we actually absorb that. After 20 years, yes, I'm sorry for everything. You learn how to be a Canadian, but not because you want to learn that. It's because it's basically you step on somebody's toes and the other one is saying sorry when you are the one who stopped them there. Stopped them.
Exactly. Exactly. It's true. It's true. It's true. What else from the Canadian culture that you like?
Um, I think they're friendly. They're very friendly.
They are. They are.
They are always asking where you're coming from because it's the nature. It's
Of
the nature
course.
of this city. They see you, but you could be
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They want the
Brazilian,
story.
Italian,
They want the
Spanish.
story. Yes.
Exactly. They want to know exactly who you are, and a lot of people they say like, "Wow, that's amazing! You coming from from certain country," but it's a natural. And I love the fact that this city is very multicultural because
Yeah,
I'm not
it
only
is.
learning about the Canadian culture, even though it's a young country, 150 something years. It's not like it doesn't have culture. There's a lot of culture in here, but it's new culture. So
Yep.
now the combination of a lot of cultures in here makes unique what Toronto is, which is a cake with so many different flavors.
Yeah. It's true. 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 Good answer. How you make Canadian friends? Canadian friends, like born and raised here. Have you?
Yeah,
Have you?
yeah,
Great.
yeah. Uh, it's been great people, positive people, humble people, also well-hearted. But that's also I've met Canadian people that I would say no.
Yeah, it's everywhere,
So
right? Even in our
for
countries too.
I go for values. I go for communication. I go for transparency, and it's something that I really like about this city. That you choose, you choose who you want to be with. Because when you come in alone, you have no time to stay in negativity of people that they're not gonna
No,
add anything in your life.
no, there is no time. There's no time to do that. So great. Um, in my past video, I was speaking about how important is to come to a new country and try to make friends from that country, because what I seen in the Latino community and in another communities that they live in Canada is that they are seeking always their culture, and they don't open it up to meet the person from the country that you are living with. Why? Because you can say, yeah, I have my family here, I have my uncle, and my uncle has his sons and daughters. They are my cousins, so I hang out with them. I go to work and I just hang out with my people. You need, if you want to adapt to this country, and the 15, 20, or 40 of the rest of your life you're going to live in this country, if you want to be a little bit happier, you need to take the chance to meet people that they are born and raised here, and don't just live here, make money, but your heart is in Mexico, or in Dominican Republic, or in Spain, or in Holland, or wherever you're coming from, because you are living here, you are making money here, you are working here, but you are not really immersed in the Canadian culture, right?
Yes.
That you're not taking that chance. Do it, even if you're not gonna like it. Let's just mention some people. There are some people that you're not gonna like it, even in your own country that you don't like it. But here, in my experience, as Alexis mentioned, there are awesome people born and raised here. No first generation, like 11 generations. I have friends that they are like a 20 generations being here, and they are awesome. Like German background, Polish background, and UK background, like from everywhere, and they have been here forever, like
Yeah.
forever, and they are absolutely awesome. That's so different than us, but at the same time, as Alexis mentioned, they are so interested in you. They're so interested in our life. They're so interested about learning about our families, about our culture. And you can see it, right, Alex? That you
Yeah.
can see that they are paying attention to you. They want to listen to you.
And they ask questions, and they uh, because of the, for example, in the Mexican cuisine. I mean, Mexico. I don't want to show up, but Mexico is one of the best culinary art that we have.
It's true. It's
And,
true.
and when people say like, "Oh, you're from Mexico," they get impressed and they start asking questions. Hey, tequila, of course. Hey, tacos and everything. And I have that in my soul. And and every time that I try to explain, because for some of them, uh, the only Mexican food that they have tried is just taco salad or something
Exactly.
that
Or guacamole.
well, that's Mexican food too. But they have tried like
Exactly.
they have tried over the different Mexican food that is basically Tex-Mex. But when I
Not
come
the
with my
real
little,
deal.
when I come with my little knowledge about Mexican food,
You
saying like,
little?
yeah, I
Ah,
mean,
come
well,
on.
my
Come on.
expertise, my experience, and
He's good. He's good. He
about
knows everything.
not everything, but I have Wikipedia and I have.
He knows everything about the
But when
cuisine.
we're talking about your culture, something that you did not you didn't have to learn, you just have it, and you're coming explaining el my tacos, the way that you eat a tequila, margaritas, and salsa, and all the salad. Like people get like, wow, because they don't have it,
Exactly.
they don't know exactly. But when you go to another country and they're gonna try to explain something that is in their culture, you're also interested and you're also asking questions. But but yeah, like one of the three things, like for people when they come to Canada, there's it's really easy just to say I gotta go, I'm going to Canada. But whoever asks me what do I do when I go to Canada, I always say there is only three things that you have to pass. You don't need money. You will find your ways.
Yep.
But you cannot come to Canada if you have these three aspects, which is number one, don't come if you have any emotional attachment in your country.
Exactly.
If you're gonna come here saying, ah, I miss my girlfriend, I miss my
No,
boyfriend,
it's
I
not
miss
gonna
my
work out.
mom, of course you're gonna miss them. But that's something that comes with it. You come into Canada missing people, get away. Go back to your
Totally.
country because you're not gonna last. This is a long way and you gotta be patient. And if you don't have that, forget about it. Don't come with any person with any emotional attachment. Number two, don't come here if you can adapt yourself with the weather. It's 6 months, 7 months of winter, 5 months of really really cold winter, and if you don't like the cold, if you don't like to be not isolated, but if you don't know how to hang out with yourself, you're not gonna be able to do it. Oh, I miss my friends. I get depressed. I'm gonna tell you something. I have never gotten depressed in this country.
Yeah, I never
Only
see you depressed.
only because I had a breakup or something like that it could have happened in Mexico.
Yeah.
But I have never been depressed in this country because I like hanging out with myself. And if you don't have that in your country, if you are codependent, everybody has some codependency. But that's a different topic. But if you depend on being with somebody, forget about it. And also, the weather. And the third one, don't come in this country thinking with the mentality that you have in your country. If you're Mexican and you're thinking about being Mexican in Canada, it's not gonna work either. So all those three things, not attachment, not emotional attachments, um, adaptance to the to the weather, and the adaptance to the culture. If you can, if you can do it without one. Those three are the ones that you basically need to be successful emotionally of what you're looking for for this experience.
Perfect. You already answered the next questions that I was going to ask
Also,
you.
then
That
ask me
was
the next one. Then
give a message to the people that they are planning
oh,
come here that they have doubts about the culture. You already answered that one. Okay, can you tell us what is the biggest achievement that you have since you arrived to this country? Something like, even if it was buying a bike or buying a business or buying a house, anything that you can say, that is the biggest goal that I had, and I made it.
I never had goals in here.
No,
No, as I mentioned, I had goals, but my goals were on how my life was presented, like how my opportunities were coming. I got hired in a restaurant as a general manager, and and I was looking for a job as a dishwasher. Somehow the planets aligned, and when I went for this interview as a dishwasher, the owner of the company, I got opportunity to be a general manager. I'm like, wow,
wow,
that was not I was not expecting it. All I wanted to do is just to be a dishwasher to get a job so I could pay my bills. Boom. But when I got this opportunity, that was in that moment one of my biggest achievements. Then uh, buying my own condo, which is a big achievement. I did
nice.
not plan that either. So everything that I have achieved in this country was not planned, and I was never following my dreams. So the fact that I did not follow my dreams, I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because my dreams were good, but my reality it's a little bit better. It's actually way better, and I'm not talking financially. I'm talking about the spiritually. I'm talking about my values, the way that I am with myself. I think the fact that I know how to figure things out by myself, I think that has been the biggest achievement.
Beautiful.
If you were talking about materialistic thing, I would say my condo that I still owe it, but
No, anything, even yeah, even about self growth, like that's an achievement.
yeah, I think is I'm really cool with myself. I am happy. I'm happy with the good and the bad things that happen to me. I have learned how to solve problems. I don't even know how I did some, but I think is that the flexibility that I can figure things out by myself.
Nice, nice, nice. Um, how will you how you can describe how you grow up as a gay man in Canada?
As a gay man.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the influence of being this freedom, because you mentioned that you keep being the same Alexis that come here, but at the same time, the freedom that you have here and to do stuff, to be visible, have a big influence in yourself as a gay man, right? Like I'm pretty sure that I will be a different type of person being in Colombia than the man that I become living here in this country. So you as a gay man, how do you think that this country and this culture had the influence in yourself to be the person that you are right now?
well, the diversity that this city has, it's huge, and also the fact that it's open. I would say it's one of the gayest cities I've ever been. Toronto is a gay city.
Define open.
Open as I'm open. I'm talking about acceptance, but
Okay.
not everybody accepts.
Okay.
So nobody, as I mentioned, nobody have to like it. Nobody has to respect it. It's just more about acceptance of yourself. But Um, I did not have any expectations of how gay life would be in Toronto. I think I would experience it when I was in Mexico City, and I was only for 1 year. Um, I think that my gay life in here has been the same as equal as when I was in Mexico. The only difference is your your mentality, how you were in that time. How I was 20 years ago is not exactly the same as how I think right now. But I had the expectations because before I came, my friend was telling me, "Oh, there's a lot of good parties, gay parties, and etc. etc." I like parties. I like to party in any ambience, straight, gay, uh, anything. But I did not lose my feet when I came here. A lot of people when they don't have it in your country, and then when they come here as a gay person and they see all this huge
They lost their
scenario,
mind.
rainbows everywhere, unicorns and love hearts, and they see that it's too open, and that being too open is actually not a good thing. Not for being too open. I'm sorry, that's a bad thing. Not for being too open. I think it's about uh, how gay you want to be in yourself. You know, is this is an opportunity just for you to do who you are, to be who you are. And if you want to be holding a rainbow flag and stuff, that's totally fine. That's totally okay. And that's what I love this city. I really liked how open this city is for everybody without judging you who you are. And I think that's very unique.
Do you believe that you become a better person because you are in Canada?
No,
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 not at all.
not at all.
I'm not telling you that you were a bad person before coming here, but all this politeness that we just spoke about it in the culture and the freedom and how safe is this place, you don't believe that at some point make you to just relax yourself and enjoy this life that we have here and lower your stress and become like a most patient person because we are here dealing with, imagine you being these 20 years in Mexico dealing with all the stuff that we know that happened there, and my 13 years that I have been here, being in Colombia, dealing with what we deal when we go on vacation, the things that we don't like it. Imagine my 13 and you're 20 back in Mexico. You don't believe that being here, in my personal case, I believe that I become a better person living here because I have more patience. I have more patience for people, and I become more understanding about other people's behaviors because of the culture. So just put it in that way. What do you think?
Well, I don't think that it will make me be a better person being in Canada because um, the experiences that you had in Canada, it will be different than the experiences you had in your country or in Mexico. Let's say if I would have not come to Canada, what would Alexis be? You know, I think Alexis will be exactly the same as he is, with different challenges, but not the same challenges that I had in here.
Okay.
So I became more adaptable. No patience. I don't think I'm a patience person. I mean,
I know.
I but I became here very adaptable to so many different things because the worst things happen in Canada and the best things happen in Canada because basically half of my life has been here. But I think that I have evolved more flexibility on adapt myself to any situation that happened to me. And I think I would do the same thing if I were in Mexico. But the should have, could have, would have, that's not going to happen anyways.
True, true.
So I think I am who I am because all the experiences that I've been that I went through. But I don't know if my experiences that I would have in Mexico would be different. That would make me a better person or a worse person because
That we don't know, right?
there is no comparison with what, you know. Like if you tell me, Alexis, you're in Mexico if you would have lived in Mexico these 20 years, it would be this person. I would be like, oh, damn. No, no, no. I don't like that one. I prefer to be the one in Canada, right?
Okay.
So I think I became very flexible for what life is giving me.
More easygoing.
easygoing. I think that's patient. I have developed some kind of skills to let let things go. Anything that is not under my control, I try just to. I
Okay.
try. I'm not saying that I do because this is an everyday
Yeah.
challenge.
Everyday challenge. True. Good. Good answer. Um, Next question. Okay. You had been in several type of jobs in Canada since you moved here. What have been the best job that you ever had? The job that you have fun, the job that you love, that you wake up in the morning and you are so excited to go. And for how long?
My previous job, as I mentioned, I wanted to be a dishwasher. I wanted to be a director of operations. Didn't plan it. It happened. I'm happy about it. But I think being in a director of operations and a general manager in a restaurant, that's something that suited my personality because I was able to talk to people. I was able to practice English. I was able to see more about the culinary experiences. But even though, this is what's funny, I have never wanted to work in a restaurant in my life because I hated it.
Why?
It's, it's just probably because I did not have any experience and I don't know how to cook. Probably people who see me on my social media, they see that I only cook chicken hearts with onions and tomatoes, but
And burgers and
and
tacos?
and tacos. But um, but I think this job that I had was one of the best jobs like in Canada. We're talking about Canada only, right?
Yep.
So
Canada.
I think that was this a Mexican restaurant that I worked for 14 years, and it made such a really good merge between Mexico and Canada,
Okay.
because I am so proud being Mexican, but I'm also so proud being in Canada. So I'm made in Canada. I'm made in
I love
Mexico.
that. I
I'm
love that.
I'm never gonna be Mexican, and I'm too Mexican. I'm extremely Mexican.
I'm never gonna be Mexican.
I'm never no. I'm never gonna be.
It's
I'm never gonna stop being
being
Mexican.
Mexican,
No,
exactly. Yeah.
never. Even if I want it, and I don't want it. But
Don't
also,
do it.
I am really proud that I live in Canada, because, as I mentioned, one thing is I was born and raised in Mexico until when I was 24, and half of that life, your parents take um make choices for you. So basically, half of your life when I was in Mexico, that was through my parents. But then when I was making my own decision, I was still in Mexico. But coming to Canada and make the decisions and being responsible of your own the consequences, good and bad, I think that's the most magical thing that it could happen, because you basically can figure things out in your own way.
Nice.
It's really hard when you are in your own community and your comfort zone in your country, when you go through something and people want to fix your problems the way they think is going to be good for you. But when I am far away from all that, I was just trapped in my bubble, and I'm like, Alexis, you're gonna make a decision right now. If it's gonna be good, you're gonna enjoy the consequences. But if it's gonna be bad, you're gonna suffer the consequences. So
Taking
I think
accountability.
yes. Um, but I think I haven't answered the question, right? Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I did, kind of.
Yeah, you did. Okay, next question. Um, what means to you to be part of the LGBTQ plus? I'm missing something. LGBTQ plus, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And what means to you to be part of this community?
What is missing?
What means to you?
Oh, what means to me? Oh God, I don't want to get into this.
Go through this.
I'm.
What means to you right now? Like, say it.
It means separation.
Okay.
Right now, maybe because of the generations are changing, I'm a millennium, you know. So my generation, when I was a millennium, it was only LGBTQ. When I came
Huh.
out, when I came out, I only wanted to figure out why I like men, and I like men. That's my LGBTQ, and I have my own taste and whatever. But right now, I think that the community, the gay community, instead of getting united and together, I think is getting more divided.
Okay.
And and I respect every single choice of whoever is making. We already talked about respect.
Hmm.
But every time that I go through a gay pride in Toronto, I see a lot of Protestants saying no this, no that, and they're part of the community too.
Yeah, right.
I don't like it, and uh, I think instead of like before, because we were a community to have the rights to freely be who we are. I think right now it's not about it. There is still a lot of homophobia. There is still a lot of all that stuff. That's not gonna stop. I think even here in Toronto, in Canada, as a open open country and open for gay people, there is still a lot of homophobia. Um, I think it's missing more humbleness in the
In the
in
community.
the community. It's gone. It's very separated by what you like, who do you want to be identified as, uh, and it's every time the society, the gay society,
Hmm.
our community is evolving, and it's
Yeah,
evolving very fast. And I'm
totally.
like, wait a second, I'm still figuring something out. When now there is one new thing coming, it takes time. It takes time for me not to understand because I don't need to understand it. I just need to respect it and period. That's it.
True, 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 true. So on that note, what do you think about the changing, the constant changing with the rainbow flag?
Well, I don't set the colors though, but um, I lost track. Like for
Me
me, it
too.
was like the seven colors of the gay flag. For me, just it was like a rainbow flag. That means love for everybody,
Hmm.
the diversity, and adaptance, acceptance, and care. Right now, every time there's more colors. I don't understand which one is what for what, and every time that I ask, there is a lot of people telling me different things. The nature of what we have to adapt for the new world as it is, wars, religion, politics, etc., race.
Hmm.
Now we are already divided as a humanity, and on top of that, our community that is supposed to be united is even the most divided than anything else.
True.
So, um, so that's what I think the meaning of the colors of the flag. It's been changing also. Since everything changes so fast, I still need to change too. Going to my same, to the same root, to the same foundation, which is respect.
Yep. True.
As long as I have that, as long as there is that coming from others, shouldn't be any problem.
Good, 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 good answer. Um, what is your biggest passion?
Oof, damn. I have so many passion. I like everything. I try to enjoy as much as I can, everything. I love nature. Damn, I don't have a favorite thing because I'm not in the same mood all the time.
Exactly.
Sometimes I wake up. I think there is actually a one passion. I don't function if I don't have coffee. So
Okay.
that's the first thing that I have to do in the morning. But
Nice.
sometimes I don't feel like playing my saxophone, and it's just right there looking at me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, I don't want it. But you're my passion. My saxophone is my passion.
But not
I
for every
like
day.
bodybuilding. I mean, I'm not a bodybuilder. I like going to the gym and stuff. It's my passion. I really like it. I do enjoy it. It's part of my life. So I think my passion is what I have attached to my soul that makes me happy in a
How you feel
different
in the
way.
moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not all the
Great.
time in the mood to do what is my passion. Sometimes
Great.
my passion needs a break.
Excellent. Excellent. So you have probably you have some. You have like any funny stories that happened to you in Canada?
Many. Oh
Tell
God.
us two.
Just two?
Two. Like something really funny that happened to you.
Well, a lot of things happened during my work, during my job. Um, well, oh my God, the thing is, one is better than the other, but it depends on the.
Just the good one.
I think that the one thing happened in the restaurant when it was very busy. There was a Beyonce's concert,
Okay.
and two people didn't show up in the restaurant, like two employees, the bartender and the hostess.
Okay.
I figured it out how to get a bartender in a busiest night. There was like huge lineup, and I was going nuts because there was not a good hostess. There was no one to be a host and seat people in the restaurant.
The restaurant.
So I had a meeting with everybody and said, like, guys, let's try to not make mistakes, let's focus and stuff. I'm gonna be trapped at the door. So I'm still was managing the entire restaurant, 300 people, and on top of that, I needed to be
The host.
as a host.
And it's a hard
the-
position to be
Ah,
on.
damn. And people don't plan.
No.
People they go to Toronto when there's like 10,000 people and they pretend that they're gonna find a restaurant in 5 minutes. No,
Yeah.
no, baby, that's not gonna happen. So there was a family in the lineup. I was just like seating people and coming back with menus, cleaning and put everything in up. And then there was a family who were looking for a table for three,
Okay.
which was a guy and a woman with a child,
Okay.
and they were looking for a high chair. I
Okay.
already had some tables cleared, so I was able to seat more people. Hi, we get a table for three? Yes, of course. Can I get a high chair? Absolutely. So I had 20,000 things in my mind. Just you can imagine in a busy day,
Yeah.
the chef telling me, Alexis, call the orders. Alexis, can you void this item in the system? Alexis, there is a leak in the floor. The floor. There is no more tequila. I was like, crap. So, but my main moment was getting these people sitting on the table. And I was just, I sat down and then said, like, give me 1 second, I'll be right back with your high chair. And I was repeating all the time, Alexis, don't forget the high chair, don't forget the high chair. And I was figuring things out.
Uh-huh.
I grabbed the high chair and I came back.
Okay.
I grabbed the menus, guys, enjoyed. I came back to the hostess stand. There was this couple with a probably 5'10" woman with a 5'6" guy.
Okay.
And they asked for a table of two. Hey, how are you? I'm like, okay, like it seems like a really busy night, right? I'm like, no kidding. Can we get a table for two? And I turned around, and the only table that I had available that was a high top table.
Yeah, of course.
So I said, yes, of course. Would you like a high chair? To the short guy. Oh my God! I'm like, that's it. It's over. My life is over.
What did you say?
He turned around. I was like, guys, I'm really sorry. He started laughing. That was
my
the
God,
coolest thing
sorry.
happened to me.
Oh, this is so
We
funny.
got a shot of tequila. I got him a shot of tequila, and they invited me another shot of tequila. And they were like, hey, don't feel bad. Look at this. My friends are always making fun of me because every
But
time
you
that I
weren't
went,
even planning to do it.
no, of
Not at
course
all.
not. If how am I gonna plan
No,
that?
no.
I'm gonna lose my customers and even my life saying
Oh my
something.
God, that's so
But the
funny.
guy was really short, and she was so me telling these guys, do you need a high
You want a
chair
high
for your
chair?
chair? But no, I meant to say
God.
high top table.
Really,
Anyway,
really funny.
it was really funny, and it went really nice. Actually, they're my friends. I see them
Nice,
once in a
nice.
while, and that's it.
Nice. Second
You
one.
said two.
Yeah.
The second one, when I was in the elevator, that was funny, but at the same time, it's actually risky. So I was in the elevator with my friend, and we were gonna go upstairs to. There was a party in the I can't remember, but there was this woman who looked like, like Canadian, white Canadian,
Okay.
but she came with 5 dogs.
Hi, dogs.
Oh my God!
What
And
kind of dogs?
the ones that they bark. So I mean, I don't know. I can't remember, but so I was like squishing myself, and I said in Spanish, "Can I say bad words?"
Of course.
Otro puto perro en este elevador y la saco a patadas. She turns around and is like, oh, I'm sorry, lo siento mucho. She was from Argentina and she spoke
Oh
Spanish. And I'm like,
God.
I am really sorry. And she's like, that's okay. You just have to be careful. What are you saying?
That-
But I said that and like, oh. But that was funny. But at the same time, I learned my lesson. You never speak Spanish or want to say something bad about someone in
yeah,
Spanish
you don't know.
because you never know when who is going to
It's a
speak
lot of
Spanish.
white Colombians, white Mexicans, white Argentinians.
Especially now that it's full of Latinos around
you
here.
don't know with green eyes, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good.
I have
That's a
more.
good
I
advice.
have more, but I'll tell you later.
Okay, and what is the stuff that you miss the most from Mexico?
The stuff,
Yeah,
damn, I do miss my culture. I do miss
the easiness to be Mexican in Mexico.
what? Okay, do I
The easiness, like how easy it is to be in your culture, with your language, with your people, without the whole protocol.
The thing I have to be very careful for what I say in here
Yeah,
in Toronto.
absolutely.
In Mexico, I'm still going back to the respect foundations. I think
People are
definitely
not too picky
where
in Mexico. Like people take it
there
like
is picky people everywhere. But no, number one I think is my family, my mother. But you say stuff, right? Like anything.
no, like if,
Oh,
anything.
my mother, I do miss her a lot. I'm a mommy.
Yeah,
I'm a
mom's boy.
mom's boy. Then, put putting that beside, I would say how have fun in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you go out, you do have fun. Like
Yep.
it's the parties are parties. Like I'm talking about having fun, making friends, after hours of the after hours, and it's a ritual going out in Mexico, because it's not only going for the music.
No.
You go for your pre-drinks and you go to a
It's the whole
club,
experience,
and
right?
then you ended eating the most beautiful tacos in a corner, so warm and
That's one of the parts that I like from Mexico. That when you finish partying, there's food everywhere. Here, we have harvest,
what
and
McDonald's,
we have harvest
24 hours, Popeyes.
on Gerard and Jarvis. We have ENWs, but to have something like tacos and empanadas, no, this is not the place.
But also, you know what? There is something else. You saying what's the thing that I miss the most when I'm here in Canada. But when I'm in Mexico, there is a lot of things that I miss that I will never gonna find in Mexico.
of course, 20 years here.
20 years here. Half of my
Yeah,
life
yeah,
has
yeah.
been here.
Yeah, okay. Next question. Which opportunities you believe that have come across in your life, good opportunities because you're a gay man?
I don't think that my sexual orientation has given me any better or bad opportunities. Uh, because since I haven't said that who I am is what I am. Does that make sense? No, right?
Yeah.
Who I am does not have anything to do with my sexual orientation.
Okay.
Although my sexual orientation is a part of who I am, but it's not everything. So I don't think that my gay life and being gay has given me better opportunities. Or is that the question? Like,
Yeah, like some people, for example, I had conversation with people that had admitted that, yeah, because I'm a gay man, I got this job because they were looking for somebody that looks like me and act like me, because it's a lot of in a gay public that go to the store. Or I had the job at the news in a channel because they were looking for somebody gay to do
no,
the social
do you know
whatever.
what? The thing is, I had a job for 14 years.
Okay.
That's 70% of my life that I've been in Canada is spending in one job.
Okay.
But I have not. The thing is, when I get interviewed right now that I'm looking for a job and stuff, like when I get all these questions, I don't really need to say I am gay or I am straight to find a better opportunities, or that the opportunity comes because I am gay.
No,
You know,
never happened to you, like never.
opportunities came because it came to me because I don't know if I deserved it. I don't know if the planets align and say like this is for you, or whatever it is. But it has never been because I am gay.
Good, good, good. You work in the entertainment industry, and they choose you because of your skills.
Yeah.
Great. Um, which kind of LGBTQ plus public figures you admire?
Uh,
Which ones, if you have any?
yes, I do. But definitely Ricky Martin.
Okay, we love him.
I admire. I think beside his looks and he's a really good looking man, etc. I think the nature of how Ricky Martin's life turned into what he is, who he is right now.
Nice.
I admire Ricky
Yeah.
Martin.
Who else?
Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah.
Freddie Mercury
Me
because
too. Me too.
and basically it's people who are music oriented. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I have music in my background, so
Same, same, same.
I think those two are the most
Excellent.
important people that I really say, boom.
The- yeah, I love all of them too. Um, do you have any message for the gay community based on your experience in Canada, based on what you had seen when you travel, because you have the opportunity to see the gay community outside Canada, in
Yeah.
Istanbul, you have been in Europe, right? So, based on what you see and what you have seen, you have any message coming from your heart to tell the gay community?
I don't know. I would say I would like to give more a message to everybody more than the gay community,
No, this one is for the
but
gay
this is only for
community.
the gay community.
Yeah.
Um I think stop being so. Don't worry too much about people if going to accept you or not.
Okay.
People, as I mentioned, don't need to love you. They don't need to accept you. They just need to respect you. And a lot of people in the gay community, I think they put a lot of effort to be accepted,
Yeah.
and it's just a waste of time. I think
Totally.
it's a waste of life.
Totally.
The fact um, that they are so focused on like I want to do this, or just be who you are without worrying what's people gonna think about.
True.
I think I was in the closet for several years when before I came out.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was
It's
really
hard. It's
really
hard.
hard. I was not accepting myself and all the anxiety. So don't worry about it. It will be okay. It will be okay. Just pop that bubble from inside because no one is gonna pop it from outside.
Beautiful. Wow. I love you. Beautiful, beautiful answer, Alex. The reason we're friends. Beautiful
Yeah.
answer.
Okay.
You're awesome. You're awesome. I told you guys, he's awesome.
And
So,
I'm hungry.
and the last question: are you planning to
The last
stay in
question.
Canada?
Oh,
Are you where gonna be your retirement? And don't tell me now I had nothing planned because da 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 da.
no,
No.
I'm planning. Right
At
now,
that
I'm
time
actually.
we need to have a plan. We're over 40.
Oh, yeah, I already said that at the beginning. Well, I'm going back to what I said. Like, I'm not planning. Yeah, I plan things in a short time,
Okay.
knowing that from point A to point Z, because everybody said point A to B. No, from A to point Z. There is other letters, and those letters can change your path somehow. So, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna, like, for example, today you have to tell me, you have to plan it to come here and do all this setup. So yeah, I do plan things. But now, do I plan myself? How do I see myself in the future? So I don't think that I will be in Canada for my retirement.
Okay.
I still don't know. I always speed and talk and say things and they will never happen. But realistically, it's because I don't think Canada would be, it's not very comfortable for older people.
There you
Why?
go. Agree.
Because it's too cold. Life is hard as it is without light, and being old, not being with your family. Although I have built family here, so I have family. You're my family. Like I have family here. You know. I think I'm gonna go for. I think my Mexican roots are pulling me back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but how am I gonna retire? I don't know. I see myself in a little small uh, townhouse
Yeah. Okay.
with chickens, with rabbits, with probably one cow.
La little farm.
My saxophone, like a little farm far away from, not from the humanity, but
That can be here with a snow plug machine.
yeah, but in the winter, where am I gonna keep my chickens?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
No, I don't see myself here in Canada in the very, very long future.
In the long run. Yeah. 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 Okay. That was the last question. And thank you, Alex, for accepting this invitation, and thank you for opening your heart. I hope that is not going to be the last one. We are
Opening my
just
heart?
opening your heart
No.
for the public of emotions, and thank you for letting those people that they don't really know you to know you today. And
I hope I didn't disappoint you guys. I said what I had to see,
yeah,
to say.
you were you. You were
But
you.
I mean, as I mentioned, like the people see you the way that they think and they expect how we're gonna behave. And I think expectations, it could be a really weird weapon because
Yeah, totally.
it can go the other way.
Yeah, totally, totally. And okay, guys, and this is Alexis Villafuerte from Mexico, living in Canada for 20 years. And I hope that you guys enjoy the interview. If you like this interview, if you waited all the way here and you watched the whole thing, that we are aligned, follow and subscribe to the channel, and see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Gracias.